Hello there, fam. Today we're going to have an interview that I have been waiting for a very long time to have. One of the things that I see often when it comes to women investing in their fitness and their physical health, their mental health, is the barrier of their partners not seeing the value that brings not only to their personal life as a couple and their individual lives and their life as a family. So today I am bringing a husband of one of our incredible members to talk about his experience. This is going to be Shelby and Ryan. They're going to be joining very shortly. All right. So Ryan, tell us a little bit about you, Shelby, and your life as a family, how many kids you guys have.
So yeah, Shelby and I, we've been married 5 years, and we have 4 kids, and we had 4 kids within 4 years. So no twins or anything. So Shelby, yeah, she basically was pregnant for 4 years, and their ages are 5, 3, and 2, and 1. So super busy family over here. There's never a dull moment. I work full time as a fireman. And Shelby's a nurse, and she also does hair and makeup on the side as well. So definitely a busy family, but we like to have a lot of fun too around here.
I love it. And I think that, with the busy schedule that you guys have with 4 kids, shit, I have 2, and I'm like, oh my God, can somebody take them for like a day? So I cannot imagine 4. So, there has to be a lot of partnership, because like if she's working, you're working full time, there has to be a lot of partnership. So let me ask you this, Ryan, as we start to talk about, Shelby joining the program. Shelby has done other of my programs, but I think that the biggest difference, and you can tell me that, has been in recent times with the most recent program. So how were things before she joined the program?
So when Shelby and I first met, when we were first dating, like we used to go to the gym together, and she was like kind of new to working out. Like she did like a little bit like in high school, but like I've been in the gym and worked out since like a freshman in high school, which is like 15 years ago now. But
don't age yourself now.
No,
we can.
Oh yeah, I'm still young. But so. Yeah, whenever Shelby and I first met, we used to, go in the gym, quite a bit, and then, life happened pretty quick. We got married, we had a bunch of kids, and Shelby was, she's basically pregnant for 4 years. So, as women know, that takes a lot on a woman's body to do that kind of thing, and to go through pregnancies like that, especially that close together. So whenever she was done with that, she was pretty motivated to get back to where she was before then. So we started working out like a lot more together, and that's when she reached out to you. I think it's like right after her. Was it after the last one?
Sophie.
Yeah.
After Sophie, to the Mother Strong League, and I saw her go through that program with you guys, and she learned a lot in it. And like started counting her macros and started taking like nutrition like real seriously. Mm-hmm. I just saw that like that really motivated her to push her back like where she was before.
Okay. And like in recent times, like with our more comprehensive program, meaning the one that will have the support with the the mindset piece, and it's a lot more hand holding. What were you seeing before that made you support her in the decision that she did need the help? What were the things? And Shelby, like, if it's okay, if he can be very candid and open with the things that he saw as a partner, if you're okay with that, Ryan, to be as honest as possible.
So are you asking like whenever she first like joined this new program, like
yes,
where she was at? And
what were the things that you were noticing that made you realize that things maybe weren't as good as they could be with you knowing her so well, and that she didn't need the support?
Yeah, so I like that question a lot, because going through all that stuff, becoming a mother, we got lots of kids, And, postpartum depression, it's a real thing. Women go through it, and we have to acknowledge that, as husbands, and support our wives, as husbands to do this, to help them through that. And because, fitness has always been a big part of my life, and I know what it did for me. I know what it's done for me. So whenever Shelby comes to me and, asks me about this program, she's telling me about it, and I've already seen her go through the Mother Strong League, so I knew she was taking it serious and wanted to continue it. It's like honestly a relief, because I know what it's done for me. I know it helps with my energy, it helps with, any like be able to manage stress, it helps really with confidence.
So I like that you said relief. So, and I don't want to put words into your mouth, but maybe I can, what I'm hearing is that, like, as a husband, as somebody who is into fitness and the benefits of it, it sounds almost like you are taking the responsibility of being a partner and helping her in her fitness journey. And the moments that like, not a burden, but it is a big responsibility, especially when you have to be a husband and a coach at the same, like, especially when you don't know what's going on with everything. So whenever you say a relief, it's almost like that like task was.
Yeah, because it's because I know that taking, fitness and health seriously, it's going to help. And, if she's serious, about joining, a program like yours, I want to be able to support her in that, because I know it's going to help her. I know it will. Yeah. And, I do my thing, and we work out together and stuff. We always have, but if we can optimize it,
okay,
we can get her goals and accomplish those. You guys are gonna be able to do this work.
Yeah.
And all the other resources that I know you guys have.
And so what have been the results so far that you have seen in her? Be that not only physical, but I think that just like being more present, or maybe being more patient, or being more touchy-feeling, like, what have been the difference that you have noticed since she started to focus more on her fitness and in herself?
Well, yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but so like definitely confidence, that's a big factor. And I don't want to say that lightly, because you look good, you feel good, it definitely brings a different aura about you. So I know that's been a big one for Shelby, because again, 4 kids, 4 years, like you want to gain these stuff back, and that does huge for like mental health. And so that's definitely a big one. She has dealt with, some, like maybe autoimmune type things. So, but exercise, it helps even with that too. Like she gets better, like kind of gives her like more energy throughout the day and stuff. So
so more energy with the kids, more confidence with you as a partner, more and it's kind of like there's the saying, happy wife, happy life. And I think that a lot of men fail, and I mean, oftentimes I've created a lot of content around unsupportive husbands. And I think that that's why it's so important for me to bring you here and speak, is that, like, I'm not out to get husbands, but I do, because I know that there are husbands like yourself and like many other husbands of the ladies in the program. But whenever men look at just like what is going to cost, I feel like they're forgetting to see what is costing them to not have a happy wife at home.
Yeah, I mean, so like that's obviously like kind of the biggest thing I think about. When you told me, it's like, okay, husbands are kind of the biggest barrier, to this, I was like, okay, that's surprising. But then I'm trying to think, okay, why? And the first thing I think of is like maybe financial issues, but which is none of my business. But I think one thing that's very important is understanding the value, on the back end, because from what I understand, like in the program, like you guys are teaching, equipping these women, giving them the resources, and basically you're changing like a lifestyle, right? So if you can do that for these women and then set them free, that's going to pay off 10, 20, 30 we're nice and old, like we're gonna have strong bones,
Yeah.
and we're not gonna fall and break our hip,
Yeah.
because we set those things in place now. So that's, in my mind, that's the value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I always joke, and I'm like, because, whenever you see a woman that is not very confident within herself, it's very easy to get lost within the marriage. And like, I see this all the time. And, especially when you're not feeling like you're used to feeling yourself. And I joke all the time that a divorce is a lot more expensive than my program. And we see this happening time and time again, because the woman got so lost in the process of becoming a mother and a wife. And like, if we're looking at the cost benefit, divorce is a lot more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just like the saying, it's like you gotta choose your heart. So,
Yeah.
if you want to put in the investment now, put in, those lifestyle changes now, it's going to pay off in the end. If you don't manage these things now, if you don't, fix these things now, it's going to get harder down the road. And, if confidence and, those things an issue now, which I know it is for a lot of women, let's try to attack that. Let's try to fix that.
I love that. I love it. So what is life now? Like, what does life look like now with a more confident Shelby, with a more, in control of herself Shelby? For you, watching as a husband, as a partner, as a supporter, because you're a big supporter.
Yeah.
What is life now?
Yeah. I mean, that's it. I'm a supporter, like, as a husband, our jobs are to honor our wives and, to lift them up. And,
I got goosebumps.
So, and it's okay. We're taking our health and fitness seriously. That's something that everybody should be doing. Just the fact that we're on, what it's like now, it's, we're in the process, we're in the journey together. And it's actually kind of fun. It was fun. So, like, whenever she first joined the program, it's like, okay, like I'm joining it with you basically. And, I got tapped in on some of the talks that you guys had, because you guys do like a lot of meetings and, talks.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be listening. Like, it was like, we're in the Kroger parking lot, I'm just listening, guys. And it was cool to hear, like, all the things that you guys are talking about, because it's things, like, because I'm at work, I'm big into leadership and team culture, and, mindset, and, those types of things. And you guys are talking about this.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can talk about it, and, she may take it, but, if you start hearing it from other people, from you guys.
We make you look smart.
No.
Make it, see?
No,
you know what you're talking about. You're like, see, I told you. They're saying it too. I see what you're doing here, Ryan. I see.
No.
I know what you're. I'm just kidding. So let me ask you this: what were you skeptical about before Shelby came up to you and was like, okay, I wanna make this investment. I wanna join the program. What was your skepticism? There's always a skepticism. So what were you skeptical about?
Oh yeah. So, I mean, the biggest thing for me was, okay, are you going to take it serious? Are you going to take it serious or not? Because it is an investment, and if we're going to invest in this, I want to make sure that, you follow through. So, and so, I mean, like that, like, I still remember the conversation we had. We were driving, and you're like, so there's this thing, and, it's like you try to pitch something to your spouse. Well, she did a great job.
Yeah, like, I've heard about this thing. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, it's like, as long as you, take it seriously, because, if not, I'm gonna be kind of on you a little bit. Yeah. But you guys are definitely on her too. So
and that's the thing. Like, I understand the skepticism, and that's something that we hear often. It's like, oh, I've tried everything. She spends so much money on a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't want to, like, keep on, like, wasting money on stuff like this. And on the counterpart, like, part is like, what is going to change if nothing changes? And you don't stop going to a restaurant because you had a bad meal in one restaurant like 10 years ago. You keep on going to a restaurant, you just try a different one. So, but I appreciate you having that conversation with her. So what has there been anything, any outcome that you have noticed so far with her that you were not expecting, that you're like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that, but I'm here for it? Without getting too wild. Let's keep it PG.
Yeah, I mean,
Just kidding. Baby number 5. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, we're done now, but.
So has there been anything that you didn't expect that you're like, ooh, okay, I don't know where that came from, but I like it?
Sure, yeah, there's been a few things. But so one thing is like how good she is about counting like macros and stuff and, nutrition. Like I was like, when I was like 8, fine, but I've never been that disciplined. Like just to see the discipline that she puts into it. To me, that's like, it's cool to see the discipline. Okay, it's cool to see, just somebody working hard every day towards a goal. Like it's just cool to watch.
Does it make you admire her more? Does it make you have like a level of appreciation for her with everything that she has on her plate?
Oh, yeah.
She's still, I love that. I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to watch that. I mean, it's motivating, it's motivating for me to watch her do it. And I hope it's like vice versa, because we both try to get, we have like a little garage gym, which I think everybody should have a garage gym, especially if they got kids, just because it's so easy to walk in there and just get it done, 30, 40 minutes, whatever it takes. So.
Okay. Is there anything else that you noticed that you weren't expecting that you're like, ooh, I like that? Like, is she like putting herself together more and like trying to, be her best self?
Yeah. Well, okay. So it's like, I definitely noticed like, okay, so I'll let Shelby know, because, I'll say it all the time, like, she's beautiful and, you look amazing, but like, I'm very sincere about it. So every time I see a new muscle, that she has, like a new back muscle, like a new tricep muscle,
you're like,
like butt muscle, whatever it is, right?
Yes,
right?
we do.
So I make sure because I notice it. Like I notice it, and I wanna make sure she knows that her hard work's working. I notice those muscles.
Okay.
They look good. They look good.
So it's almost become, from what I'm hearing, it's almost become like a thing that you guys, like a way that you guys have found to reconnect in the chaos of having 4 kids, like, which is a bit like how you guys met. So it's been like almost a regular date that you guys have and support and do together.
Yeah. And like I said, from the beginning, like we exercise together, but now it's like, okay, like it's definitely a part of our lives. It's part of our lives. It's a lot of fun, and I can tell, like, especially now we're done having kids. It's like, now it's like you're really transforming, and I mean, she looks amazing.
I mean, she's better in the eyes, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
So like, her new muscle right now, I think, is her abs. Like I've noticed some abs going on there.
You're like,
I know that's like a big deal there. So
I want some of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me and I'm gonna let you guys go. I want to be respectful of your time. So what would you say, Ryan, as a husband that has been a support, like has watched your wife go from being just a girlfriend to being a wife to being the mother of 4 of your kids and now being the rock star that Shelby is? What would you say to a husband that is skeptical or concerned about any kind of investment or taking that leap of faith to join a program like ours because I don't know if it's going to work or any kind of skepticism? What would you tell if you were able to have that conversation?
I would definitely trust. I'll tell them, you got to see the value in it in the long run, and just from what I've seen with this program in particular, because I've never done any programs myself, but with this one, what I could see is you're trying to change a lifestyle. It's not like a fad diet. It's not like fad program, but we're trying to actually equip these women and give them the resources that they need to change their life for the 10-year, 20, for the rest of their life down the road. So the value that you get out of it in that way, it's hard to even put a number on that.
Yeah.
If your wife is serious about doing something like this, you got to support her on it.
Yeah. And I love that you said it, because there's also the trickle effect, because ultimately you even said that, like with Shelby starting to, be more mindful of her food and things like that, you're like, oh, you're starting to learn. And I'm sure that from that, your kids are learning as well. So it's not only the trickle effect, the impact that it has on her, but it's the positive impact of leading by example that it also has on your family and kids.
Yes. I'm glad he actually brought that up, because that has been huge. Because our kids, they see us working out, and I know they notice. Kids, they watch. They watch the parents out there, so they're like little mirrors of you guys. So, if you can, in the gym, exercise. I mean, because it's playtime. It's playtime for them. Like include them in on it.
Yeah.
And it's I don't want people to think either. It's like, okay, well, it's just so self-focused or self-centered, because it's investing in yourself, but doing it in a way to serve your family and those around you. And that's really what it is. It's not just about me. It's about the people around me. So if I can do something that better serves them, have the discipline to get in the gym, build resiliency, have more energy, look more confident. If I could do those things, that's gonna bleed off to the rest of the family.
100%. I couldn't agree more. And I think it's funny, and I'm going to wrap up with this because, again, I want to be respectful of your time, is oftentimes I speak with women who like have zero confidence, or even dads, and they're like, oh, but I tell my kids to feel confident and to be brave and to do all those things. And I'm like, but you ain't doing it. Do you think that they're going to go by what you're saying or by what you're doing?
Yes. You got to model it. You got to model it.
Yep. 100%. Yep. I love that. All right, guys. Shelby, thanks for being the support system. Next time, it's going to be just you. I love it. Ryan, I think you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I think that every family couple has something to learn. I know that marriages are not easy. I've been with my husband for 12 years. It's not easy. There are constant challenges, especially when you throw kids into the mix, and being able to support each other the way that you guys do. It's something that I think that everybody can learn a little bit from, regardless of fitness or anything. Keep on doing what you guys are doing. You guys are awesome. And I'm, whenever you send me that message on Instagram, I legit was like, look at me. Everybody, look at that. I need to share. And like I've told everybody, I've told my husband, I've told my trainer, I've told like my neighbor about you guys, because I think it is something that I don't see often. And I think that it needs to happen, because marriage is a partnership.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do and helping all these women. And just thanks for everything you guys do. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye.